and welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm your astrologer and tarot card reader, Mary Trimble, here with your readings for March the 23rd through March the 29th. Please listen, I've had this urge from this new moon coming up tomorrow to get these readings done, but I have been very low energy, under the weather, and so I'm going to apologize in advance for any kind of coughs or anything like that. And let's get through these readings. I have meditated, excuse me, and let's start these readings now. Okay, guys. Wow. Well, the first card out for you is the Knight of Wands. I love the Knight in this. The Knight of Wands in this deck is beautiful. He's very handsome. He's got a beautiful horse. He's very affluent looking. And he is like, here I come to save the day. He is about coming in. He's an opportunity that's coming in for you guys. So you may have an opportunity. Sometimes it's a job. Sometimes it's a raise. Sometimes, you know, it could be some money that you're coming into, or perhaps a business opportunity somebody's offered you, Taurus. So I feel that something good is coming down the pipe for you. And I think it's to do with, you know, business or your job, or perhaps you're offered a job or something. But clarifying this, excuse me for my coughing, guys, in advance. I don't know if I said that in the beginning. Clarifying the Knight of Wands is the Six of Wands. And the Six of Wands is all about you being celebrated. I mean, this can be a raise. This can be a new job. This can be awards. It can be somebody, well, it's definitely public adoration of some sort. So somebody is praising you, and publicly, not in private. This is a public declaration of your accomplishments, or perhaps, you know, your, what am I looking for? Your qualities or your talents, something like that. And the next card you have, there's already crossover here. So with Aries, I don't know if any of you have an Aries moon or an Aries rising. Check out the Aries reading. This definitely came up for the Aries, and this is about being exhausted. Perhaps you're burning the midnight oil and you're, you know, trying to get as much sleep, getting sleep, but you're not sleeping well. This is pure physical and emotional exhaustion. And perhaps all the emotional turmoil has brought you into this place of, you know, exhaustion. And this is just reminding you to take care of yourself. So you need to eat healthy. You need to drink plenty of water, get hydrated. This is really important for you to take care of yourself during this time. Now, the next, what's clarifying the Four of Swords is the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles is known as the service card, right? So this is about taking the attention off you personally and helping others, but really be careful. Before you help someone, make sure that you take care of yourself. Make sure you're protected going out there and helping people, Taurus. Make sure that you are taking all the health precautions and the prophylactic actions that you can, so that you don't, you know, contract the illness or actually spread it, because a lot of us may be infected and may be spreading it inadvertently. So we have to assume that we all have it so that we're not spreading it. Excuse me. So this is interesting because you should stay tuned for the astrological report right after this, because this illuminates what some of the feelings that we'll be going through. You've got the 8 of Swords, and the 8 of Swords is telling you that you're feeling, it's illustrating that you feel trapped in some way. And a lot of us feel trapped and restricted, right? We feel that there's no way out and we're stuck and things aren't, it's actually refusing to see the situation for what it is, because there's always a way out, guys. There's always a choice. Sometimes my son, he's a Taurus, and he always goes, I had no choice. I've got no choice. There's always a choice, guys. Always. There's always an option. It might not be a preferred option, but this is saying that you really need to take the blindfold off, and you need to take a look at what's going on around you and look at your situation for what it is, good, bad, or indifferent. It's not, and not be enveloped in the fear around the situations. But this is really a feeling of being restricted. And yes, we're in quarantine. We are restricted, right? And our lives aren't the same. And we don't feel that, it's almost like a lot of people feel like this is the end of the world. And it's not, darling. It's the beginning of something new. That's what it is. And change is, frightening for a lot of people, particularly Taurus. They don't like change at all. Now, clarifying the 8 of Swords is the 9 of Swords, which is literally the next step from the 8 of Swords, right? So when you're feeling like you're stuck and nothing's going to happen, all you're doing is imagining the worst case scenario. Like it's the end of days. Like some people are so into that. It's the end of days. It's the end of the days as we know it. Yes, there's definitely a transition going on. Astrologers have been talking about the year 2020 for years. And we knew that something big and major was coming. Just didn't know what or how it would manifest. And perhaps we couldn't envision what was actually coming down the pipe. But look, this is where our lives are at. The way to get out of this is meditation, guys. Stop getting in your head. Don't come out of the rabbit hole. This is a waste of energy. Thinking about what's the worst case scenario, what's going to happen. Listen, guys, nobody knows, right? But let's exercise our brains in what wonderful opportunities might come from this. Like the environment is improving, and I know you guys are connected to the environment, so there's a positive right there. I mean, they have dolphins in Venice right now, and the waters are nice and clear where they wouldn't be if business was as usual, and there's not as many airplanes, even more so than 9/11. So they had a no-fly zone, right? I mean, there's a few, but the pollution is really dissipated already, and it's feeling more natural. The air's feeling cleaner. I mean, we have to look at what this could bring about, the positives of what it could bring about. Taurus. So check out my guided meditation. At the end of this video, I will put a link to it. It's free. Try it. It's not very long, and that will help you get out of here. You don't have to listen to mine. You can listen to anyone's, but mine is available after this. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Stay positive. Things are going to be all right in the end. If it's not all right, it's not the end. I love you all. Mwah. And I'll see you next week or the week after. I'm not sure, depending on how I feel. Okay, take care. Bye now. Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in and staying for the astrological report. And I am doing this in spite of how I feel. I've been under the weather for the last couple of days, and I'm just Excuse me. I wanted to get this out because I thought it was important, and so I'm forcing myself through this. I was feeling much worse yesterday. I'm feeling a little better today, so I apologize for the coughing and spluttering beforehand. Okay. Now, I wanted to talk about the new moon in Aries at 4 degrees. Now, most of you know that new moons are when the sun and the moon are conjunct. They're together, right? They are together in Aries at 4 degrees. Now, right next to them is Chiron, the wounded healer, at 5 degrees of Aries. Chiron's been moving through Aries. So they've been going through a lot of healing, right? Now, Aries is the first sign of the zodiac calendar, right? It's spring. It's springing into action. It's a cardinal sign. This is about new beginnings, right? Oh, I'm sorry. My thing's off. Let me see if I can mute that. Let me see if I can mute it. I don't know if I can mute it on my computer. Anyway, I'm sorry if texts come through. I apologize in advance. Okay, so now on the 24th, the new moon is happening. That's Tuesday, the 24th of March. Now, at the same time as this new moon in Aries, there's a triple conjunction. There are 3 planets together in this harmonious relationship to the new moon. So it is amplifying the power of this new moon. Now, this is a wonderful opportunity to spring into action. Now, having said that, a lot of people may feel a little frustrated during this new moon because they are restricted because of this global pandemic, right? So, but I've seen people do some incredibly creative things. You know, they're creating workouts at home, they're creating memes. I even tried one. I mean, there's loads of things that you can do. I've got friends that are like so happy that they've got this excuse to stay home and do all this stuff. And yeah, we may get bored later, but if we stay in creativity and taking care of ourselves, we'll probably do okay. I mean, there's social meetings, social parties, on social distancing parties. You know, people are getting together via video and having parties. It's interesting. So I say all that to say that this new moon is hope, right? It's springing into action. Now, the triple conjunction is happening in Capricorn, which is a cardinal sign as well. So we will have that very strong urge to get up and do things. And that's how I'm feeling right now, is that urge. I have to do these readings. I can't not do them, even though I had no energy at all yesterday. But I'm feeling that energy shift, right? Even though I'm under the weather, I'm still feeling that. So I had to, I was compelled to do these readings. So this triple conjunction is with Jupiter, Pluto and Mars, which is the ruler of Aries, right? More power. Mars is, he's the warrior. He's the soldier. He plows through things. He's about moving mountains. He's about breaking down barriers. He forges forward forcefully, right? And then so he is at 25 degrees. Then at 24 degrees, you have Pluto. Pluto is about power, right? He's right behind Mars, right? He's directly behind Mars and directly in front of Jupiter. So he is about, Pluto's about power. It's about dominance. It's about empowerment too. It's about obsession. So we need to ask ourselves, where do we have power? Where have we lost our power? What can we change, right? How can we change? And also Mars, what action can we take? And Jupiter is at 23 degrees, is it? Jupiter's 23 degrees. And Jupiter's the mindset, right? Jupiter's faith, it's belief. having faith that everything's going to turn out okay, but also Jupiter's expansion. Whatever is going on, Jupiter will expand. So make sure that don't look at mainstream media. Everyone I know, all my friends that are looking at it are depressed, right? And also, listen, I videotaped a guided meditation last week specifically for this crisis that we're going through. I was directed to do that. So I'll leave a link to the end of this. Bring that. Is this for those of you who don't have a meditation practice? Try it out. It's a simple guided meditation. Just try it out. It will ground you. Keep doing it. It'll make you feel. I mean, you don't have to do mine. There's thousands out there in YouTube that are free. Excuse me. I'm going to apologize in advance for any coughing or spluttering that I do. So, at the moment we're going through these waves of fear, right? And an anxiety. And if we go down the rabbit hole, right, Jupiter will expand that. It'll expand that fear, but we don't have to do that. And this new moon is an opportunity for us to see things optimistically. And there's some hope in this new moon. Right? Hope springs eternal. It's springing into action. There's, it's about seeing things in a positive light. What can you do? How can you empower yourself? Ask that question. We've got time now, guys. We've got time to change our mindset. So focus on, watch things that are empowering, that are positive. We will get these waves of fear, right? And yes, it's not, I've got some friends who just are looking on this as a holiday and they're just drowning their sorrows. They're drinking a lot. Some people are doing other self-medicating things, right? I say meditate. Don't self-medicate, because the self-medicating has got these, they're these false highs, right? They're not natural. They're forced highs, right? And then they come crashing down because that's what happens. Alcohol will make you depressed. At the time you're drinking, it's everyone's happy, and then they have this crash, and then they get depressed and they're crying, and that's what alcohol and other mood and mind altering substance do for you. I'm not saying don't do it. I would never say that. It's but be mindful of those highs and lows, and know that they're not authentic. They're not. It's not a natural thing, right? We kind of want to have this lapping. It's okay. Look, fear is inevitable, but wallowing in it and drowning in it is an option, right? So we want to keep our waves lapping. Think of a little lapping wave, up and down. We can't, life is like that. It's ups and downs. There are, we will have moments of fear. It's a natural thing. Fear is innate in us. Fear is forgetting that everything is all right. Forgetting that everything is all right. Yeah, I think that's that's what fear stands for. So anyway, look, this is an opportunity to have a positive stance, to see things in optimistically. How can I change? What can I do forward? Ask your question, not what is going to happen. This is the end of the world. Like a lot of people, oh my God, I'm going to die. I'm not going to, I'll be home. Have what can I do differently? How can I make this work for me? Even asking that question will change the energy. It's not like it's not like you'll come up with the solution maybe straight away, but that putting that question out will empower you. And it's like, look, it's very British. The English say, keep calm and carry on. That's all we can do, isn't it? So listen, there's an opportunity here. Perhaps you could learn a language. Perhaps you can create something that you can do from home. I mean, this is the new norm, right? staying inside. What can we create from here? You know, maybe you're going to be on YouTube. Maybe you'll create a YouTube channel, whatever it is for you. You know, I'm sure a lot of people are working from home, and I know a lot of my friends are from home, and a lot of my friends have lost their jobs, and a lot of you out there have. And, you know, we're in this together. Don't forget that. Things may get rough, right? But we need to remain the calm in the storm. So meditate, guys. If you don't use my meditation, use somebody else's. But this is an opportunity for us to come together. Guys, first of all, I want to thank my patrons. I really want to tell you how much I appreciate you. Thank you so much for supporting me and hanging in there. And I want to thank my the people who have joined my channel. I really appreciate you members. That really helps me out. And guys, if you need if you need a reading, click on this link here, and that will take you to my website. And, you know, sometimes during these times, we need that. We need that support. You know, we need to see things in a positive light, or at least in a light that is solution oriented, right? Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Mwah! I love you all. And I'll see you either next week or the week after. But I'm hopefully I'll be feeling a little bit better soon. And I want to do the live feed. I plan to do it tonight, but that's not going to happen. So maybe tomorrow. Stay tuned. If I'm feeling better tomorrow, I will definitely do a live feed tomorrow in my Facebook group. So don't forget, join the Facebook group too. Okay, guys. Thank you.